Hi everyone! Today I wanted to do a quick video on vintage books. So when I was a little girl, my family always, whenever they went to Friends of the Library or secondhand store, they would always keep an eye out for old books. And ever since then, I also started keeping an eye out for old books, and I have a few of them. And I wanted to share some that I had and a couple that my family has. So there's four vintage books I want to show you today. And the first one is one that my family has, and I had to steal it to show it to you, but I thought it was really cool. And it's a speller from California. And this speller was from 1907. So I don't know if you can see here the date. And just having one of these is really cool because I've you read about people, in the early 1900s, and this is actually something that they used. So here's a couple pages of some of the spellings that they had to do. The pages are fairly well preserved, and on the backing, kind of, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of embossed a little bit over here. There's a little symbol of the state of California. So these were books that were given to people, to kids during that time. There's words like prepare, feast, remember, stable, and then they have like review words. So I thought this was really cool. The next one I found at the Friends of the Library, and I thought it was so cool because I liked the movie version of it, and it's Ben-Hur. And this book was published in 1899. So I found it at the Friends of the Library, so I still kept the sticker in there. And you can kind of see people have written their names in there. So from the past 100 years. And then you can kind of see the date of the book here, 1899. I always liked the story of Ben-Hur, so when I saw this and saw like what a vintage book it was, I thought it was very cool. My first thought when I saw it was there's a scene in Anne of Green Gables, the movie, where she is reading Ben-Hur, and her teacher tells her, you can't read Ben-Hur when you're taking a test. So she's like, oh, but I want to see how the chariot race turns out. So she has to put it away, but I was like, wait a minute, if this was in 1899, this would be a book that Anne Shirley would have read. So I thought that was kind of cool. So Ben-Hur. The next one is one that I really, really like because I really like this author, and it is Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell. And so you can kind of see on the spine. And this book was written, I believe, let's see if I can find it. So it doesn't have any publication date page, it looks like. But there's a little note there, and it says Christmas 1898. So this was written then. It has pictures throughout the book. I'm trying to be very careful with this book. I haven't read it. I've only looked at it a couple times because I was like, it's by Elizabeth Gaskell. So for those of you who don't know who Elizabeth Gaskell is, she wrote Cranford, she wrote North and South, she wrote Wives and Daughters. So it's kind of cool having a book that was just a little bit after her time. So this is probably like the first or second edition. So I thought that was kind of nice. So Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell, 1898. The last one is one that I really like. It's a little bit newer, but it is Jane Eyre, and it was written in 1943. And what I like about this one is that there's a lot of images throughout the book. It's a pretty big book. It's Just some more images. Another one for you guys. So you can kind of see on the front page too. So they're kind of gothic images, a little bit dark, but it kind of fits the story of Jane Eyre. I love the story of Jane Eyre. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I really like Jane Eyre. So when I saw this, I had to get it. So yeah, so those are my vintage book collection. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any vintage books, let me know which ones you have. You might have some treasures in there. I'm always keeping a lookout to see where I can get some. I always think, oh, maybe I'll find like a first edition of something, but I'm just very glad that I got especially these ones. So anyway, let me know what vintage edition books that you have, and hope you enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe, and thanks. See you later. Bye.